We are getting reports in now that the National Guard is going to be prepared for some sort of large terroristic attack or some sort of attack, maybe against Donald Trump when he is in New York. They're saying, and we do have video and image footage coming in saying that federal law enforcement agents have reported that the New York State National Guard has started staging their guardsmen. This is happening in hotels around the NYC courthouse. Now, President Trump is going to expect to be in that area. Maybe not, they push that sentencing around, but we do expect some sort of event to take place. Now, if this is the pop-off, if this is what starts that catalyst for civil war inside the USA, all bets are off on what happens next. We just read a white paper here at Full Spectrum Survival produced for the U.S. government by an OSINT. OSINT stands for Open Source Intelligence. This was an organization that delivers this algorithm to the USA. They said that we are ripe for that civil war, and we're actually making our Patreon mail out, the newsletter about that this month, because there are some things that we need to get ready for here. This is going to be unlike any sort of conflict we have had in the USA. They're just waiting for a catalyst. When it happens, bad news. 8 members of the OPEC Plus.
The Venmo debit card.
Order for Simone.
Made for staying in the moment and on the move.
Group of oil-producing countries, they are now agreeing to extend their voluntary supply cuts. This is going to happen all the way through the holiday season. There's an expectation that it will happen during the election process. Now, the USA will hope to keep price of oil down during the election period, and they're going to say that it's because of the Democrats or because of the Republicans. But OPEC Plus has their gears in motion to make more money coming out of the election process. So there's going to be a lot of machinations taking place there. They have postponed a planned output increase amid falling crude prices. There are concerns, they say, that there is slowing demand in China and the USA. And each one of these, especially China's slowing demand, has weighed on oil prices, with the benchmark West Texas Intermediate plunging below $70. This happened for the first time in around 13 months. Now, with China's slowing demand, that means that you're going to start to see that general worldwide recession be recognized or realized. We already have a depression in the USA. People can't afford to eat. They can't afford to keep their electricity and their internet on. They can't afford simple ways of life. And then, God forbid, somebody gets sick. They definitely can't afford the treatment that is necessary to keep them healthy. So OPEC is going to make some cuts there. The cuts will be gradually phased out on a month-by-month basis.
All right. Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, call hello, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone who teach and rule well, peace and infinite salutations to the elect that are scattered abroad doing this work in truth and in sincerity. I'm the brother Abal Gabar from the Camp Company of Prophets here in Tampa, Florida, coming at you with a lesson, Lord willing, is edifying to the hopeful elect. And this post-production video was from Full Spectrum Survival, good channel to subscribe to for your, your recent news and articles that are coming out. But here we are again, warning you people that all hell is about to break loose, man. Okay, the prophets, starting with the elder apostles, have been telling you that all hell is going to break loose. And the title of the lesson is Warning, Get Ready for Civil War. Okay, that's really what's been in the air heavy these past few months. Okay, and also what? Martial law. All right, martial law is going to be declared one way or another. We know it's ultimately all to usher in this beast system, okay, which is going to be centered around the mark of the beast, which is the chip, all right, the micro C-hip that will be mandated soon, all right. The crash of the dollar is coming. You've heard about the spikes. So food prices are going to spike. All right. Rates are getting cut. So people are going to start losing their jobs. You're going to start seeing inflation, which is going to later turn to hyperinflation. And it's going to be turmoil, man. All right. It's going to be civil unrest. They have the National Guard, which I'm going to play this video back in the beginning. They have the National Guard in New York City, getting ready for Trump to, visit. They're saying there could be a T attack on him, which could cause a civil unrest. All right. So before we go any further, let me grab a scripture. This is 2nd Ezra 15 and 14 in the GNT. Okay, it says the world and the people in it are doomed. All right, and this is what we're telling you. And we're prophesying the future events that are coming to America, and it's not good events. Okay, ultimately it's going to lead to this place being completely annihilated with nuclear missiles, man. All the stuff that's taking place on the earth is leading up to World War III. All right, the war of Armageddon, the final war on the earth, which is going to be fought with ICBMs. Okay, these ballistic missiles. All right, so people are going to melt. People are going to be destroyed. People are going to be, set on fire. Right, that's the end all be all. But it says the world and the people in it are doomed. It says the war that will bring their destruction is very near. Okay, and that war ultimately is the war of Armageddon, which is going to take place over there in the Middle East, but it's going to end with the complete annihilation of Mystery Babylon the Great, which is America, and also the annihilation of the land of Israel and Palestine. All right, that place is going to be blown to smithereens. But Israel is going to be built back up, okay? These other nations are going to build our kingdom, all right? And we are going to be the next rulers of the planet Earth, all right? Esau's world is ending, 2nd Ezra 6 and 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So Esau his world is ending, all right? The so-called white man, his time to rule the earth is coming to an end. We are witnessing the fall of the so-called white man's power structure. All right, his empire, which is the modern Roman Empire, coming back. Right. It says nations will arm themselves and fight against other nations, and that's what we're seeing. All right, you see everything in the scriptures is coming to pass. All right, it says there will be great political turmoil, and we're seeing that all over the earth. There's great political turmoil. Politics are corrupted, and Yahushua said, a nation, divided against itself shall not stand. If Satan be divided against Satan, his kingdom has an end. And we're seeing that. We're seeing these Edomites, the so-called white man, they're completely divided against each other. America as a whole is split right down the middle. 50% Democrat, 50% Republican, and now we're to the point where these, the love of many is waxing cold, so they're getting ready to just kill each other, man. Okay, over their political beliefs, So there will be a civil war. It says there will be great political turmoil, with one group trying to overpower another and gain control. There you go. That sounds like civil war right there. All right. Different, groups, Democrats, Republicans trying to overpower one another to gain control. It says while ignoring the legitimate government. So the legitimate government, the police, the mayors, they're not going to, it's going to be like when they stormed the Capitol. All right. They didn't care. They just stormed it. All right. It says there will no longer be free access to the cities, which that right there is martial law. Okay. There will no longer be free access to the cities. That's the times we're coming into. You're going to have military soldiers, and they're going to have, big, trucks and tanks, blocking off certain roads. There's going to be roadblocks and checkpoints. All right. So there's no longer going to be free access to the cities. You're not going to be able to travel from city to city, because cities are going to be shut off. And also they're going to have 15-minute cities. They got 15-minute cities set up. All right. There's going to be another lockdown. It says because the struggle for power will bring destruction, terror, and total confusion wherever people live. So this struggle for power, when all hell breaks loose, is going to bring a lot of destruction. People are going to be killing each other. Houses are going to be getting destroyed. It says terror. Okay, people are going to be scared out of their mind. You know, men, women, and children screaming for their lives. It says in total confusion wherever people live. People are going to be completely confused. They're going to be wondering what's going on. But see, the men of the Lord, you know, starting with the prophets, you know, we're going to have the oil. We're going to have understanding. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of that time. So we're not going to be confused. We're going to know what's taking place. We're going to know, okay, this is Bible prophecy. This is exactly what Yahweh Shai said would happen. Okay, we just got to get through it. Verse 19, it says, driven by famine and terrible suffering, people will assault their neighbors and mercilessly plunder their possessions. So also what's going to happen is there's going to be a famine. All right. The food chain supply, you know, is going to be all messed up. All right. And before that, you're going to have a spike in food prices. Okay. Which is called inflation. You're going to have even worse. You think inflation is bad now, it's going to get much, much worse. Okay. We're going to see hyperinflation to where you go to your local grocery store, you try to get some eggs. The eggs are going to be $30. You know, a loaf of bread going to be, you know, $100. That's the times we are coming into, man. All right. So it's going to get real hard. Okay. But see, the men of the Lord, you believers that have, you know, sacrificed your life for this truth, the Lord is going to be with you. Okay. There is going to be a great deliverance as well. But it says, driven by famine and terrible suffering, people are going to be starving to death. And, you know, these American people, they don't know what it is to go on a fast. We're entering into, September 11th, that evening is going to be the Day of Atonement, where we go on a 24-hour fast, a dry fast, no food, no water. People don't know what it is to fast, man. So these Americans, when they stop getting their food, they're going to turn to demons, which they're already demons, but you're going to see it because they're literally going to be killing each other, breaking into each other's houses. That's why it says people will assault their neighbors and mercilessly plunder their possessions. They're not going to have no mercy, man. They're going to be worried about, you know, finding the next, you know, graham crackers or, you know, the next ramen noodles. And they'll do anything for you know, the Tyrone chicken or food, man. All right. People are going to do anything, whatever they got to do. If they got to kill you to get food, they're going to do that. That's the time we're coming into. All right. So let me play this video in the beginning again.
Reports in now that the National Guard is going to be prepared for some sort of large terroristic attack or some sort of attack maybe against Donald Trump when he is in New York. They're saying, and we do.
And if that happens, what do you think is going to happen next? Okay, there's going to be complete civil unrest. All right, people are going to be killing each other, murdering each other, man. And this is all part of Bible prophecy. We're here to tell you the future according to Bible prophecy, man. That's the lot of the prophets, okay? To tell you exactly what's going to happen in the future. And we're not telling you, oh, there could be civil war, there could be martial law, you know, America may be America's. No, we're telling you 100% that this is going to happen. There's going to be civil unrest. There is going to be martial law declared. There is going to be a nuclear war coming, all right? And the only ones that are going to escape is the elect of the nation of Israel, man. Concerning the ones that are here in America. The nation of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, 144,000, 12,000 from each tribe, 12,000 from Judah, Ephraim, you know, Zebulun, Reuben, Gad, Naphtali, Issachar, Levi, right? Benjamin, you know, so on and so forth. Asher, you know, 12,000 men from each of those tribes. And then you got the 1/3 that are going to be saved, man. So as we're telling you about this destruction that's coming, we're also telling you that there's going to be great salvation. There's going to be people that are going to be kept safe through all of this. But the elect, we're going to have to live through this. Right now, we're the hopeful elect. Lord willing, we be the elect. We're going to actually live through this. We're going to see this this kingdom completely crash. Right? So, like he said, you got the National Guard over there in New York City getting ready for Donald Trump to go there. And they're saying there could be a T attack. All right, so we're gonna wait and see.
Have video and image footage coming in saying that federal law enforcement agents have reported that the New York State National Guard has started staging their guardsmen. This is happening in hotels around the NYC courthouse. Now, President Trump is going to expect to be in that area. Maybe not, they push that sentencing around, but we do expect some sort of event to take place. Now, if this is the pop-off, if this is what starts that catalyst for civil war inside the USA, all bets are off on what happens next. We just read a white paper here at Full.
Yeah, when civil war takes place, when it does happen, martial law will be declared. All right, they're gonna be rounding Jakes up, casting them into prison. Let me grab this real quick. This is 2 Ezra 13:29. It says, "Behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth." So deliverance is coming too. Great deliverance. It says, "And he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth, and one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another." All right, so there's going to be complete war and division. All right, even we're going to see spiritual things, things that we ain't ever thought of. You're going to see demonic possessions and stuff like that. All right, when all hell breaks loose. That's why I said one realm against another. You're going to have the spiritual realm show forth. All right. Things that you think you only see in scary movies, man, about to be reality. All right, let me keep playing this.
Full spectrum survival, produced for the U.S. government by an OSINT. OSINT stands for Open Source Intelligence. This was an organization that delivers this algorithm to the USA. They said that we are ripe for that civil war, and we're actually making our Patreon mail out, the newsletter about that this month, because there are some things that we need to get ready for here. This is going to be unlike any sort of conflict we have had in the USA. They're just waiting for a catalyst. When it happens, bad news.
And that bad news is coming soon, man. We're not going to have this, party and bullshit, bread and circus, concerts. Oh, we're going to go, let's go to the beach. Let's go to the concert. Let's go, have fun, right? Let's go to the club. All that stuff is coming to an end, all right? The OnlyFans, harlots, your career is coming to an end. Your profession of selling your body, right? That's coming to an end. Really, a lot of those women are going to be getting ravished, man. When martial law troops come, all these women, they want this attention. They want to be looked at. They buy my feet pics, right? Guess what? Men are just going to take it, all right? You want all this attention, trust me, you're going to be getting tossed around. All right? The time we coming into, you're going to get all the attention you've been seeking for. It's not going to be the attention that you want. All right? Well, it might be because these women are weird. But Matthew 12 and actually Luke 11:17, it says, "But he, knowing their thoughts, said unto them, Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and a house divided against a house falleth." All right, so every kingdom divided against itself is going to be brought to nothing. That's the time we coming into, man. All right, all these America is going to crash. It's already crumbling. All right, Yahushua told us this. Verse 18, "If Satan also be divided against himself, how shall his kingdom stand? Because you say that I cast out devils through Beelzebub." Yeah, people thought that Yahushua was, worshiping the devil and devil worship. That's what they say about us. Like we're crazy or whatever. Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. It's going to be brought to nothing, man. All right? Time we coming into. About to see a great societal collapse. All right? You play a little bit more.
8 members of the OPEC plus group of oil-producing countries, they are now agreeing to extend their voluntary supply cuts. This is going to happen all the way through the holiday season. There's an expectation that it will happen during the election process. Now, the USA will hope to keep price of oil down during the election period, and they're going to say that it's because of the Democrats or because of the Republicans. But OPEC plus has their gears in motion to make more money coming out of the election process. So there's going to be a lot of machinations taking place there. They have postponed a planned output increase amid falling crude prices. There are concerns, they say, that there is slowing demand in China and the USA. And each one of these, especially China's slowing demand, has weighed on oil prices, with the benchmark West Texas Intermediate plunging below $70. This happened for the first time in around 13 months. Now, with China's slowing demand, that means that you're going to start to see that general worldwide recession be recognized or realized. We already have a depression in the USA. People can't afford to eat. They can't afford to keep their electricity and their internet on.
And this is just the beginning. This ain't even the hard part. This is just the beginning of sorrows. If people can't eat right now, if people can't afford bills right now, bro, you know how much homeless people are going to be getting kicked out, and how much people are going to become homeless in the near future when eggs are $30, when a gallon of milk is $50, when a loaf of bread is $100, when hyperinflation is going to be ugly. It's going to be something America has never seen before. Put it like that.
They can't afford simple ways of life. And then, God forbid, somebody gets sick. They definitely can't afford the treatment that is necessary to keep them healthy. So OPEC is going to make some cuts there. The cuts will...
Because, majority of these Americans are on pills, on some type of prescription drug, and there's going to be a supply chain cut in medicine as well. Insulin, all of this stuff that people need to survive with these different diseases. They're not going to be getting it. So that's going to wipe out, millions. All right. People are going to be uproaring about that. So let's go to Revelation 6:6 real quick. In the NLT, it says, "And I heard a voice from among the 4 living beings say, a loaf of wheat bread or 3 loaves of barley will cost a day's pay. And don't waste the olive oil and the wine." So this scripture, Revelation 6:6, is going into hyperinflation. All right, a loaf of bread is going to cost a day's pay. So whatever you make in a day, when you go to work for 8 hours, think about how much money you make that day, right? That's how much it's going to cost for a loaf of bread soon. All right, that's how much it's going to cost to get some barley, some bread. So it's not going to be easy in the time we're coming into. But see, the men of the Lord, scriptures tell you, my servants shall eat, but you shall be hungry. The men of the Lord is going to be kept safe. All right. That's why this truth, man, we got to give praise to Yahweh Basham, Yahweh Shai every day, that we know this truth, that we have Yahweh Shai, that we know the scriptures, and pray that we be numbered amongst the elect. Because whoever the elect is, when all hell is breaking loose, the elect is going to be all right. All right. Figure that. While everybody else having the best time of their life and partying and bullshit, and we over here mourning and doing the work of the Lord, making our body a living sacrifice, everybody laughing at us, the roles are going to completely switch. We're going to be at the top and everybody else is going to be at the bottom, starving to death, trying to figure out their next meal. And guess what? We're going to be tested too, though. You believers, it's going to be a time of testing. All right. The mark of the beast is coming. We all going to be tested. You might go a day or 2 without eating, but if you're the elect, the Lord is going to feed you, man. Remember that.
Will be gradually phased out on a month-by-month basis. The statement says that the agreement provides for the flexibility to pause or reverse the adjustments as...
When you can set up reliable...
Another damn ad, bro.
Just asked me, why do they try to keep the price so stabilized for their profit? And I said it's just that. This is a money marketing scheme, a money making scheme. They want to keep the price where they can make the most off of every barrel of oil as possible. So if demand slows down, they can't keep prices high, because then you're going to see a snowball effect of people not being able to afford their gas and not being able to afford other things. And it's going to really kick off something bigger. Chuck Schumer, he says, and this is a direct quote, we talked about this recently, the only way we are going to have a great future in America is by granting citizenship to millions of illegal immigrants. Now, I just saw something happen in Alabama, which, of course, of all states, I would not expect it in Alabama. This was at some sort of city council meeting. Somebody in Sylacauga, Alabama, which is a part that has some traditional values, they had said that, why are we allowing Haitian illegal citizens to basically take over certain parts of the area? Now, that shows you that what's happening is not just in Colorado, where we have Tren de Aragua and other gang organizations from other countries taking over entire apartment complexes. Guys, have you seen the videos? The videos of these punks, these thugs, coming through with highly effective tactics, assault weapons. They are literally going door to door, and if you don't pay up or put up, they shut you up. And
so yeah, you got the gangs as well. You got these different gangs that are flooding in through the border, savages, and the Proud Boys, and these Republicans. They ain't with it. They ain't with it, and there's going to be also, in the midst of civil war, there's going to be gang riots, gang wars. So come on, man. I'm gonna close it out with this. 2 Ezra 9:14. Then answered I and said, I have said before, and now do speak, and will speak it also hereafter, that there be many more of them which perish than of them which shall be saved, like as a wave is greater than a drought. So we're coming into a time of civil war, of martial law, all right? And more people are going to die than it's going to be saved, all right? Mass people are going to die, in one day, okay? So we got to prepare spiritually. All right, so with that, call Lord Yahweh Bashmi Awashai. Go ahead and check this video out. Until next time, Shalom.